Hello there guys, welcome to this week's Rivals. First things, sorry about the echo. This room is completely empty, so it's a wooden floor, painted walls, there are no soft furnishings in here. I've got a dining room chair, my steering wheel and the TV's on the floor, so there's a lot of echo. I apologise about that. It's also the reason why this video is very late. So I've just had the telly on the floor and I've been sitting on a cushion using the controller, and everything's been in another room while I've been painting. And I've actually got a bit of a headache. The paint isn't quite dry, the room stinks of paint, I'm in here with the doors and windows closed. That's probably not a good thing. But anyway, we are on Rivals. I've already been in here and I've done some, but then we had a delivery of some furniture we've ordered and I had to go downstairs and sort it out. So I kind of did say, see you in a bit guys, and then I was gone for a really long time, so I decided to start again. So the event is road race on mainland, and it is the Cotswold Super Sprint on an S1 class. Now I've tried a few different cars. I tried the Lotus Elise GT, I tried the James Bond Jaguar as well, and a couple of others, and I'm really not doing very well. So I've moved over to the 33S, so the Stradale Alfa Romeo. It's kind of like a bit of a go-to for an S1 class. I've got Jaded Fett in my rival. He's in a Limo, and I've managed to get down to 0.2 seconds, so I'm really close on him, but that's my best so far. But the thing is Limo is much faster than me. His top end is much faster, and there's a big section of this track where you don't have to brake at all, and when we get to that part of the track he's just gone, and it's like I'm ahead of him by quite a distance. I can see him in my rear view quite small. It's like the bloody Iron Knight in Edinburgh City Centre all over again, right? Play the Jaws theme. As JD did comment on the previous video, because it's exactly the same situation going on here. He's got really good top end on that that Limo, and if I ain't far enough in front of him, he catches me. Anyway, let's see if we can manage to shave off the rest of that time. When I first started, I was 22 seconds down, so I was chopping and changing between cars, trying to shave off a bit of time. And I just couldn't, I really couldn't catch him at all. And then I moved over to this, and unfortunately we are now doing pretty good in this. Although to be honest, I'm normally in front of him already, so this one is not looking good. I mean, it looks like I'm doing well, but I've got to be in front of him by quite a lot before we get to the bit where you don't need to brake. Otherwise, he's got me, I can't even see properly. My eyes are very blurry. I think it's because of the paint fumes. I really shouldn't be in here until the paint is dry. It has given me a nasty headache, and it is now making my eyes a bit blurry. There we go. It stinks. I should open the window really, but there's so much noise outside. I can't fucking hear anything when the window's open. Also, the television is turned down, but not all the way. I did have it muted, and it's just shit driving muted, so I turned it up just a little bit. It's on number 4, which is really not much. But I am aware that you will be able to hear the echo of the game, so I apologise about the appalling sound quality of this video. Also, unfortunately, my future videos are going to be the same as this for quite some time, because that furniture we've just had delivered, that is nothing to do with this room at all. So this room is not getting any new soft furnishings. This is the bit. For all of this bit, you just take it flat out. I'm way too far behind. I've got to be in front of him on all of this stretch by quite some distance if I'm going to beat him. But yeah, we've just had like a lamp and a mirror and some stuff for the living room. But this room's now completely empty. It was full of furniture from Carol's cousin. He went to Mexico for a few months. He just went to go and live on the beach in Mexico, really, and bum around. He quit his job, put all his stuff in our apartment, and then just fucked off for a few months. But he's come back. And he's got himself a new apartment and a new job. I don't know why I did that. And so he's had his furniture back, but I mean, we had a lot of furniture in this room that was his. Before that, it was just an empty room, so now it's back to being just an empty room again. But the telly's just on the floor. I mean, normally you have your telly on the wall or on a TV stand, and it's like at least at eye height, whereas now this telly's just on the floor. And all I've got is like a dining room chair and my steering wheel on a little rug, and then it's a wooden floor. But if the telly was any lower, I wouldn't be able to see it over the I wouldn't be able to see it over the steering wheel. You know, the steering wheel touches the bottom of the screen. That's where it is. But I'll tell you what, it feels really good. You think eye level would be better, but this feels really, really nice position. I really do like it, so I'm glad that I didn't have another TV cabinet to put the television on. This is much better. I really like it. But we need like a big rug in here or something. We really do. It's like a wooden floor and painted walls, and there's a little like balcony here with like a sliding door that's all glass, and it does have a blind, like a blackout blind. There's no like curtains or anything. There are no soft furnishings in this room at all, apart from the little rug that is underneath my chair and the steering wheel, and it's too small. I mean, it looks a bit silly in here because it's so small. But yeah, we need some material to calm the place down. We got those horrible bloody white leather chairs that I used to complain about all the time. They're in here. I can't stand them. I really can't. I mean, they look good, but they're really fucking uncomfortable. But yeah, they're in here. They used to be upstairs, which is where the Xbox used to be, so I used to complain about them a lot. I was like, my back's killing, I hate these fucking chairs. But I bought a sofa for upstairs to be able to swap them over ages ago, and they've been in this room since, because this is a bit like a junk room where we just throw stuff, which I've turned into my gaming room, which I quite like. So yeah, it's my little retreat. But it gets really, really, really fucking hot in here because the balcony, it's got like a sliding glass door. The sun comes in through there like all day, and the room just gets bloody boiling hot. I walk out into the rest of the apartment, I get goosebumps. I'm really messing this up. Let's restart and let's try and focus a little bit here, because I should be way in front of him. Right from the beginning I should be in front, and I've got to be in front by a long way. I really have, because when we get to that bit where there's no braking needed, he just disappears. So I've got to get a very big gap between me and him before we get to that section. So we've got to drive a lot smoother than we have been. Okay? Stay focused. Don't want those wheels making noises. When they're screeching, they're not going forwards. When they're not going forwards, you're not going fast. Right, this is much better. But I tell you, we still need to make a bigger gap. We really do. We need to increase this gap, because it's unbelievable how much he catches me up when we get to that straight bit. Oh, please give me that. Oh, thank goodness for that. Very, very bad turn there. This left-hander as well is a bit of a nasty one at times. I quite often brake a bit too much on this one, but I'll get away with that. It's bad. It's caught me up. We need a bigger gap. This is not enough. This second left-hander here is a lot sharper than you think. I've hit that wall a couple of times before I reset the video. Right, so we have got a little gap, but I can tell you now, I know it's not enough. I know it is not enough. We've got to do something spectacular here to be able to be in a chance of beating him. And it's from here where we don't have to brake. I didn't mean to go all over the dirt. It's because I was looking at the mini-map to see where he was. He's going to pass me before we get to the end of this bit where you don't have to brake, and then I will not catch him back up. I've done this a few times now, and it's always the same. He passes me around here, and if I manage to catch him up, it'll be a bloody miracle. And I'll tell you what, I'm not normally this guy. Oh, I didn't brake. It's fucking annoying when you can't see the driver line because he's in the ghost is over the top of it. But we're not going to catch him now. But if I hadn't have broke too early on that bit, I probably would have caught him. Anyway, that's no good. Let's restart. So obviously we've been a lot closer because we've been a 0.2 seconds off, so we were pretty much in his ghost as we was going across the line. It was bloody close. But we need a really big gap before that bit where you don't need to brake, because the top end on that limo is ridiculous. It really is. My Alfa does sound lovely. And it's nice to drive, and it looks lovely as well. And I am determined to win. I absolutely think I am going to win. I just think it's going to take me a little bit of effort, a little bit of time, and some smoother driving than I have been doing. But I feel like I'm going to get it. It's just I've got to work for it. And also I need to blink a lot because my eyes aren't working. Jesus fucking Christ, I can barely see. Right, come on. I need to wait for the paint to dry, really. I shouldn't be in here. Or at least open the balcony door. There aren't any windows in this room at all. It's just the sliding door for the balcony. That's it. Which is a big window, really, isn't it? It's a bloody door. It's a massive window. That might not be enough braking. Oh, fuck it. Hang on a minute. Let's rub these eyes. Come on. It's a good job I'm not broadcasting the smell, because it is pretty potent. I don't even know why we painted this room. It was just like, it's empty, let's paint it. It didn't really, I mean, the entire apartment needs painting, but it didn't necessarily need it badly or anything like that, really. And also, we don't even use this room. It's just like, I mean, I do now for the Xbox, but it is just like a bit of a dump. It's just where you would chuck stuff all the time. There was no need for us to bother painting it when we need to do the rest of the apartment first, and now we've used up all the paint on this bloody room that we never really need. Although I'll take all that back, because it is my gaming room now, isn't it? I keep saying it's the, you know, it's a spare room, it's the junk room and all that sort of stuff, but I have sort of like commandeered it for the Xbox. So I used to be upstairs and I've now moved down into here. The room where I was before, Carol's now using that room as her office. Come on, and here we go. Let's make this one good. Let's make this one count. Nice and smooth, nice and fast, nice and across the line before Jaded Fett's fucking limo. Didn't mean to do that, but never mind. Didn't really make much difference to it. It's just a little bit dirty compared to a super clean lap. Same there as well. I should have more respect for that corner, really. That's not faster, it's just messy. Oh man, I'm going way too slow and he's bloody caught me up. There's no gap between me and him. That means I'm not going to win. Good right-hander here. I've got to get a really fucking good exit on this corner if I'm expecting to be able to recover this. Nope. There's no more braking now for a very long time until we go over the reservoir on the bridge. You don't need to brake, and as soon as we get to the bit where we don't need to brake, he just goes straight past me. Here he comes. See you later. It's just fucking ridiculous top end compared to me. I can't do anything about that. All I can do is just wait and wait and wait. And finally we'll get to somewhere where we've got to use brakes and grip and all of that stuff. But unfortunately, by the time we get there, the gap is too much and I can't catch him back up. I've got to have a really big gap between me and him before we get into that section of the track, because there's not enough track left to be able to do anything about it. As soon as that happens, that's it, it's gone. Oh, bugger. It's going to cause a little bit of a dent. Fucking hell, it's so hot in here. Oof. Right, come on then. Come on then. Let's have ya. Let's have ya. Tiny bit late on the gas there. So he's going to sneak ahead of me on this first corner where he normally doesn't. We've already got a bad start. It's not half of it. I've missed this corner as well. Yeah, we're alright. Just keep it nice and steady. Oh, much better line through there. But we're still not very far ahead, but we did get a much better line from there. Can we get a better line through here as well? Because this is also a troublesome corner. That is a better line, but we went really slow. I didn't need to slow down that much, that's for sure. And I've also lifted off on that corner. You don't need to. You do. That one's deceptive because it looks a lot sharper than it is, and this one's deceptive because it is a lot sharper than it looks. So yeah, those two really mess you up. For the first few laps on this, I was crashing on both of them, but for different reasons. And I've messed that up as well, way too slow around that bend, which means he's quite close to me, and we've got to the bit now where we don't have to brake. I've lifted off, and that's going to give me a slow exit on the very last bend before the bit where it really could be a straight line, to be honest. This section of the track, here he comes, he's going to pass me. We've still got a couple of bends left to go, so I am not close enough to be able to do anything about this. A bit closer than last time. I'm going to stick with it and see how close. If we can get a really, really good turn here and on the next bit, we might be able to catch him. I don't think so. We can't catch him. If we ain't caught him, we can't catch him. He will accelerate faster than me around this part here. Anyway, you don't have to use your brakes. He just goes faster than I do. I just need to get a much, much, much better lead on the bits of corners. It's that right hand bend by that house. That's where I lost that race, isn't it? Absolutely. I really did a bad turn there, and also the very final corner, I lifted off, and I really didn't need to. And that was terrible, absolutely terrible. But yeah, it really surprised me that that limo is as fast as it is. Really has surprised me. It's nice to see what sort of car JD Fett brings to the party. It's very, very rewarding when you beat JD Fett, because he is a better driver than I am. So it is really, really rewarding. But it's a little bit of a hollow victory. You know, some of the pleasure is taken away because he's always driving something a bit stupid. If he was in the same car as me with the same tune, I probably wouldn't stand a chance, and if I did beat him, it would be incredibly satisfying. But he's never in the same car as me. He's always in a bloody stupid car. If I tried the limo, I wouldn't have a fucking chance of being anywhere near him. So yeah, that takes away a little bit of the satisfaction that I get when it says you beat your rival. But it still feels good. It absolutely feels good. But he's always in some stupid vehicle. It really is. It's quite amusing to see what it comes out with. I've messed that corner up again, so that fortunately I remembered not to slow down on that bit this time though, because you really don't need to. You're already going pretty slow from the previous bend. Okay, that's not bad. We've managed to put a little bit of space between us. That might be enough if we get a really good exit here, which we haven't got. It's not terrible, but it weren't good. So we might have enough here. So no more braking at all until we get to the reservoir. We might have enough. I think we're going to hit that left-hand bend to go across the reservoir about the same time, judging by how far behind he is. So this one might be the one. I might actually beat him here. Might clinch it after the two corners, but here he comes anyway. We're going to get there roughly at the same time. Which means I should win. We both hit it at the same time, I should win. So I'll have better acceleration out of these two corners, but as soon as we get onto this, oh fuck, I fucked it up. That's not going to be good enough. Oh, it's going to be bloody close. It's going to be bloody close. I think I've got it. Oh, I think I've got it. Oh, come on, he's catching this. Oh, that was so close. Oh, 0.033. You could see him catching me though, couldn't you? I mean, all of my attention was on the rear view mirror on that final section, and he was really coming up quick. I could hear the Jaws theme. There we go, but we did it. We did it. And a short video as well, but obviously it would have been a longer one if I hadn't have had the interruption of the arrival of the furniture. I say furniture, it's a lamp and a bloody mirror. You can't really class that as furniture, can you? Fixtures and fittings, I don't know what you'd call it. There you go, job done. Right, I'm a bit far off, so we're going to leave it at that. That is satisfying enough. And also I'm very, very late to the party as well, because the steering wheel's not been in this room for me to use. So I have been just sitting on cushions with my controller, but I've been having a lot of fun on Skater XL. That's been good. Right, I will see you next time, guys. Take care. And you've probably already all done your laps, and you're probably not going to come in here and do any more. But if you do, good luck. Not a good time from me. But I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think I'll be back on it again until next Rivals, but we'll see. I might do if I get a chance. But I really need to get cracking on me F1 2020 because I haven't touched that for a while. I started doing those demos and I kind of felt like I had to do them really quickly, so I focused on that because that event was only going on for a short amount of time. Now, I noticed today, I think it was earlier this morning, that someone had put a comment on one of the videos saying, oh, thanks for reviewing our game. So yeah, one of the games that I'd done the little bit of the review on, the developer of the game actually left a comment on the video. And I was thinking, I said most of them games were absolute shit. So I think I'll go and have a look at the video where I'm talking about their game and see what I said. Unfortunately, it was one of the ones that I actually quite liked. But I did say I wouldn't buy it, but I downloaded it on Game Pass. But I wouldn't buy it, it weren't my type of game. But it was still good, it was nice, it was fun. It was the one where, if you watched the videos, I don't think many people will have watched them, but it was the one where I was kind of like a little tiny spaceship and it was all like... it was really nice and relaxing, actually. The one where I went pew 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 a lot because it felt like you were supposed to. But yeah, not loads of little bumps and that, and all curvy scenery, and just a few things shooting bullets, and I had to shoot them. But it was a very relaxing, pleasant experience. I did say that if I downloaded this game, I'd put it into my my chilled games, which is one of my things. One of my groups. So yeah, I'd plonk it in here. My relaxing games. It'd go in there if I had that game. But anyway, they saw the review and they left a comment saying thanks for the review. If you want to find out more about the game, go and have a look at it here. So I was a little bit relieved that it wasn't one of the games that I went, what is this fucking mess? This is fucking diabolical. I mean, if their game was shit, it's their own fault. But it's not nice, is it, when someone's made a game, you say it's shit, and then they watch your video and leave a comment on it. That makes you feel a little bit bad. But if I think a game's got problems, I'm certainly gonna say it's got problems. Even if it's a skateboarding game, and me pointing out that it's got problems makes lots of people very fucking angry. As my previous video on Skater XL did. A lot of people got really fucking angry about that. But the game's got moon gravity, so what can you do? It's a little bit arcadey, but I still like it. Right, see you next time, guys. You take care. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go into a room that doesn't stink of paint. Bye-bye.